Hello everyone, let me introduce myself. I am Facundo Carballo, and today we will create a wallet app using React.js and Firebase. In the wallet app, we can add different cryptocurrencies or national currencies like dollars or euros, and any cryptocurrency like Bitcoin or Ethereum. All of these currencies will be associated with the current price in dollars. So to do that, we will have to make some API calls to get this kind of data. We can add or subtract funds to any of our currencies in our wallet, and all of these movements of funds will be tracked and will show in our application. So I will leave you with the development of the wallet application, and remember that you have all the code that I used to create this application on my GitHub repo. The link will be in the description, and also you have the application itself on my website, so you can see my application runs in real time. Just the link will be in the description too. And I tell you that I am using ChakraUI to get this web design, and if you are interested in ChakraUI, you can see my video of ChakraUI. The link will be in the description too. So I hope that you really enjoyed this video. See you later. Until now, my website just had a blog section where I put a resume of my YouTube videos. Now, I want to add a project section where I can put inside of my website all the apps that I will be making. For everybody can try my apps which have their own data, I will have to implement users on my website. So it will be the first thing that I have to do. Like I am using Firebase Firestore as a database, it will be easier for me using Firebase auth to handle users. At the time of creating an app, I like to mock up the final UI, just to have a quick view of what I am looking for. Lately, I am using Figma to design the mockups. Like you can see, I don't try hard to make this mockup cute, because I don't want to copy exactly the mockup. It's just to have a quick view of what I want. Once I have the UI, I will have to add all the functions of Firebase auth. First of all, we install the npm package of Firebase to get all the functions that we will need. To handle the sign up or login with email and password, we will need these functions. We will need getAuth to create an instance associated with Firebase. This instance we will use here, and to handle the Google sign-in button too. The functions create user with email and password and sign in with email and password are understood just by reading it. Each of these functions will receive the same parameters: the instance that gives us getAuth, an email, and a password. Now, to implement Google sign-in button, we will need to import these functions. Like before, we will have to create an instance associated with Firebase using getAuth, and like now we are using an external provider to handle the sign-in, we will need to have an instance of this provider too. To get that, we use Google Auth provider. Finally, to sign in or log in with Google, we use the function sign in with popup. That function will receive two parameters. First, the instance of Firebase that we get using the getAuth function, and secondly, the instance of the provider that helps us to handle the login or sign up process. In this case, that provider is Google. All the users are stored on my database in Firebase, using Firestore. To those that don't know how Firebase Firestore works, it's a NoSQL database. Works with collections and documents. each collection just can have documents inside of them. For the other hand, each document can store data like a map, with a key and a value for each key. Also, each document can store many collections, so in that way the developers can make complex databases. I thought my database in this way. Will be a collection called users, which will store the documents of all the users. Each one of these documents will have the user data that will be shared in all of my future apps. Also, these documents will store collections. Each collection will be linked with each project that I will make. The collection of this project will store just one document, called Currencies, which store each one of the currencies that we will be allowed inside of the wallet. Also, this document will store a collection called Transactions. In this collection will be stored all the transactions that we will make with our currencies in different documents. Each of these documents will have the info of this transaction. Finally, we can start the project, our own wallet. Like always, I like to start making a mockup of the final UI. There will be an app bar that shows the name of the project, that has a button to sign out, and obviously a button to switch the mode of the website. Now let's think about our requirements. First, we want to make transactions, adding or spending our funds. Secondly, we want to work with many currencies inside of our wallet, so that I have to have a way to select each currency, and also there must be a way to add more currencies to our wallet. Third, we will have to show the amount that we have in a currency, showing it on dollars and in the currency that is selected. Lastly, we want to show all the transactions that will be made. To do that, I will create a table that shows the date, the currency, the amount of the transaction, and some additional information that the user wants to add. To handle the data inside of each project, I will use React Context, creating a component of type provider which will contain all the project, so that all the data that my components need to read will be initialized on the provider. To use any of these variables or functions in my components, I will create a hook that returns the context. Thanks to that, when I need to read or set the value of any of these shared variables, I just have to call this hook and get the variables or functions that I need. Inside of this provider, I will store the user using a custom interface to this project, the currency select with his own custom interface, and an array of all the currencies that the user can select with his custom interfaces. Interfaces help me at the time of writing code. Using interfaces, I know the structure of the user of this app, so I know the attributes that I can use to work. The same with the currencies and the transaction. Defining an interface, I know how to work with that class of data. To get the convert value of all national currencies and cryptocurrencies, we will have to work with some API. Searching on the internet, I found these two APIs. The link to these APIs will be in the description of the video. Like the national currencies need symbols of each currency to make the HTTP call, I will need some static array that contains all the national currencies. Luckily, searching on the internet, I found an array like this. The link to this array will be in the description too. The major reason to do these HTTP calls is to get the current value of the currency on dollars. So each time that a currency will be selected, I will have to make this HTTP call to get the convert value of the currency in real time. Well, I hope that you enjoyed the video, and if that's true, you can subscribe to my channel and hit the like button down below. If you have any doubt about the video or just want to tell me something, you can do that in the section of comments. Any comments are welcome, and see you in the next video.